Wouldn't it be nice if, just like in fairy tales when people got married, they lived happily ever after? It would be, but you and I have to live in the real world. In the real world, things don't always work out exactly as we planned. In the real world, when people get married, sometimes they don't live happily ever after. Sometimes, if things are really bad, mums and dads decide they might live happier ever after if they lived apart. For parents, this can be a difficult and challenging experience, but they're not the only ones affected. Spare a thought for the people who are caught in the crossfire, trapped slap bang in the middle of what you might call the teen-betweeners. If you don't know what a teen-betweener is, this short video might help you find out. When I say detective, who do you think of? Sherlock Holmes? Inspector Gadget? Inspector Clouseau? CSI? Well, think again. The average teen-betweener has little or no training in investigation, interrogation, or forensics, but they can still be expected to act as an amateur sleuth, and not always in a fun way. When one parent is here and the other is there, it's only natural that one wants to know what the other is doing. But it's not fair that they use the teen-between as go-between, sometimes asking them to pick up clues and report back with information. And that isn't the only role the teen-betweener might have to play out. Parents can often use them to send messages to each other, like a postman with a registered letter. For the teen-betweener, a disrupted home life can be enough of a burden, without having all this extra hassle. And anyway, what's wrong with the phone? And when it comes to school, things aren't always that much simpler. Even the teen-betweener's best mates may not know their situation, and certain scenarios can threaten to give the game away. Take the school play, for example. Let's say the class has just given a barnstorming performance of King Lear, and now it's time to step up and acknowledge the standing ovation. Some kids might be more than happy to openly acknowledge their parents' enthusiastic applause. Well, it's easy when both are sitting together. For the teen-betweener, it's a bit more complicated. Should they look left? Should they look right? Do they wave at one? Or the other? Or both? Or none? Acting out Shakespeare is a breeze in comparison to trying to act relaxed in front of your mates. Everybody loves Christmas, when we all gather together for the biggest feast of the year. Roast potatoes, Brussels sprouts, cranberry sauce, a mountain of veg, plum pudding, brandy butter, and of course, the traditional Christmas turkey. I'm pretty sure most teen-betweeners love Christmas, even though it's not exactly the way it used to be. Well, they say new situations bring new challenges. Anyway, it can't be that difficult to carve a turkey, can it? And Christmas can be a presents bonanza for the teen-between, whereas before they used to get one present from mum and dad, now they might get two. When two parents decide they no longer want to live together, the consequences don't just affect each other, they affect the whole family. We've tried to show you some of the ways in which these effects can manifest themselves. Caught between two different sides is never a nice place to be. The teen-betweener is often forced to deal with situations way out of their league. And guess what? The teen-betweener is on the rise. With more parents choosing to divorce or separate, more and more kids are making the journey from teen to teen-betweener. I'll bet you'd be surprised how many. Take your class in school. Statistically, it's likely that at least 3 or 4 people in your class are also teen-betweeners. You might even sit beside one. They could be your best friend. If you're a teen-betweener, remember 2 things. Firstly, there's nothing wrong with that, and there's absolutely nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed about, And secondly, there's no need to feel alone. We're here to help by giving guidance and support. We've helped plenty of people like you and always work in complete confidence. Remember, if you're a teen betweener, the worst thing you can do is bottle your emotions up. So, do try and talk to somebody, be it a friend, relative, or us here at Teen Between. If you'd like to find out how we might be able to help, you can visit our website at teenbetween.ie. Those of us who live in the real world know that life isn't a fairy tale. In the real world, things don't always work out exactly as we plan them. That's because life is all about experience, ups, downs, good and bad times. And remember, just because life isn't a fairy tale, that doesn't mean we all can't live happily ever after.